Hey there, Start here. As you can see, I have claimed my rank 1 against Spirit Doggo. I wasn't originally planning on going for rank 1 in this one, but when I did my 300% clear, I was like already out of the top 1,000, so I was like, okay, well, I better give it a try. And the team that I came up with was like just barely able to hit the damage cap. It was like a 1 in a million chance. I'll show you the team that I actually used to get rank 1. The one I'm going to show you here is slightly different. The biggest difference being that instead of Abigail for the tank, we're using Elena. Okay, because Abigail brings like 0 damage to the party, and so by bringing Elena, it would just make hitting the damage cap a bit more consistent. Now, it's still not necessarily going to get you there on the first try. The average for the team I'm going to show you is still like 4.8 billion, but it can go as high as 5.2, 5.3. I've seen rolls as low as 4.4, 4.5 though. So the average is around 4.8. So with that said, there's a good chance I'm not going to hit the damage cap in this recording, but I have hit the damage cap with the team I'm going to show you. And in what did I do? I did like 5 runs, and I hit 5 billion twice out of 5 runs. So if that gives you some indication, with this team, it was literally like a 1 in a million chance. I just happened to hit, like everybody rolled high and just happened to hit that like godlike variance. But the team I'm going to show you has a much greater chance of hitting the damage cap as long as you have, all the gear. This is a very, very tight rank 1 clear. I will say if you have Richt, definitely slot him in to like 2B, or sorry, not 2B, A2 slot. A2 is definitely the weakest link as far as damage is concerned in this party. Taivas and 2B are both very, very strong. 2B impresses me to no end that she's almost a year old, still dealing top tier damage in Clash of Wills. But A2, man, they really did her dirty. But she is definitely... she's definitely bringing a couple things to the table. She's bringing the mod boost to 2B's LB, which is nice, and deals, at least a little bit of damage. Certainly helping us reach that damage cap. And then we've got Elena. I took out Abigail, put in Elena, because Elena is going to provide that little extra bit of chip damage that just makes hitting the 5 billion mark more consistent. Now, like I said, out of 5 runs, you still might only hit it 2 out of 5 runs. That's 4 out of 10 runs, right? So 40% chance of hitting the damage cap with this team, but that's better than, 1 out of 100. Okay, so I'll show you the gear and everything at the end as long as everything goes smoothly. There are a couple of things you got to keep in mind with this boss, like always making sure that Kaito is imbued with water. Is imbuing himself with water so that you're hitting the boss with water and light every turn, which means what that does is that seals the boss's counterattacks that are often very, very powerful and often lead to your team getting wiped. So by hitting the boss with water and light every turn, you can seal a lot of those more dangerous attacks. And so since it's a longer fight, it's going to take like 15, 16 turns. There's a chance I might accidentally forget to imbue Kaito. I already screwed up one recording that way. Forgot to re-imbue him with water and got like totally wiped. So let's hope this one goes better. All right, let's get in there and see how we get it done. Show you the gear at the end. All right. Now, you probably noticed that we're still using Taivas' leader skill, okay? And you may be wondering, well, how is Elena going to survive this? She does just fine. Even without the leader skill, she does just fine. We'll use Celestial Guard for the 90% mitigation, Sanctuary for the fairy mitigations, and then Shelga for the magic mitigations for the party, so the party doesn't take too much damage on this turn. All right, Melissa does shared immunity for the ailment boost, or the resist boosts, chronic flow for morale, and parasol shield for the beast mitigations. So we've got 55% beast mitigation from Melissa, 80% fairy mitigation from Elena. We're in good shape. All right, A2 is going to do triple offensive just for morale fill. So these first few turns, we're just filling up morale. All right, that's all we're doing. Kaito starts in normal because he's got the Empress's Rod for that turn 1 morale fill. He's going to do crashing waves, aqueous infusion to imbue himself with water anytime that ability is up and usable, make sure you use it. All right, Deep Submersion. Taivas is going to do Enlightka, not giving an inch for his own personal mitigation, and double Medine Blast. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start with him. That way everybody's hitting the boss with light, a little extra morale fill. We don't really care too much about the chaining here because we're not going to do relevant damage until starting on turn 4. All right, so there's Elena tanking it just fine. The party is also just fine thanks to all the racial mitigations. All right, so now Elena can put up her she can put up her cover with this power for the morale fill and 200% dark buff, and then Crystal Echo. You may be wondering, why don't we use Taivas's LB field? And that is because not everyone is using an LB. In fact, Taivas and A2 are not using their LBs, so I wanted to use a field that benefits everybody. Now, the difference is fairly minimal. Like, you know, if you use the LB field, you're still gonna do, you know, decent damage, and there's a chance you'll hit the damage cap. But you're really only buffing 2B, Kaito, and Elena in that case, whereas using Crystal Echo buffs everybody, okay, buffs all your damage dealers, and it does make hitting that damage cap more consistent. All right, Melissa is now going to do Beast Killer just for morale fill, doesn't matter who you use it on. Minutes of Might, again for morale fill, and Kyuraga. Okay. I'm just going to reload 2B and A2, all right, because they're just doing morale fill. Taivas is again going to do Enlightka, and we'll do triple Medine Blast just to hit the boss with light. Kaito is going to do Torrential Downpour for the killers, and Sun Glitter for the Imperial Field, and Deep Submersion. Again, making sure you hit that boss with water and light every turn to seal its most dangerous attacks. Alright, so A2 is going to do her SLB for the mod boost. Elena is going to do her LB for the mitigations and the mod boost. 2B is just going to do triple true charge again for morale fill. Kaito can do Deadly Stream, Natural Flux, and we'll just do Sun Glitter again just to make sure, because it's only up on a 5-turn. For 5 turns, so it's kind of like, it's always a good idea just to, if you have a free action, to re-up that. Alright, Taivas is going to do Enlightka, double Medine Sverd, and no one could stand against us. Okay, that's the mod boost to his Brave Shifted LB. Melissa's going to use her SLB on Kaito. Now, if your Melissa's only EX2, save her SLB. Use her SLB next turn on Kaito. That is the most important thing, that Kaito has Crashing Waves up again on turn 4. All right, so what you'll do is if your Melissa's on the EX2, then the actions that I do with Melissa next turn, you'll just do on this turn, right? So just kind of flip-flop turns 3 and 4 on Melissa's actions, okay? But the most important thing is that Kaito gets Crashing Waves up and ready again on turn 4, because we're going to do our burst on turn 6, so we need Crashing Waves to dispel the full buff that the boss is going to do. All right, so Kaito, yeah, it doesn't really matter. You can try and do some chaining here. It's not really all that effective. And the damage again is going to be pretty piss poor because the buffs are still up, but you know, every little bit counts, I guess. Yeah, not too bad. All right, now next turn we're going to start doing some serious damage. Okay, so another nice thing about having Elena without the leader skill, it means Melissa has the highest spirit, so that single target magic attack will definitely hit Melissa, which is good because you don't want Elena to take that, or else there's a good chance she'll die on this turn. In fact, she needs to guard on this turn. Okay, Melissa is going to do Enchanted Beast on 2B. We'll do, yeah, we'll go ahead and re-up our immunities, and we'll do some healing for herself. Okay. Let's do, yep. I think that all looks good. I'm going to go ahead and do the defense and spirit buffs for Elena to make sure she doesn't take too much damage. We'll do the attack and mag buffs for everybody else. Okay. So, A2 is going to do triple finisher. 2B does her LB. Kaito. Just checking. We still have the fairy killers. That's good. All right, so he needs to do crashing waves again, and then deadly stream, natural flux again. Okay. And then Taivas does his LB. All right, and I think that's all we need. Okay, let's do it. I'm hoping this will do a decent chunk of damage, maybe like 7 or 8%. There you go. Nice. Nice, 1.1. Looks good. Okay, so the party in no danger there. And Elena's still tanking it like a champ. Alright, so now Elena's going to shift so she can get ready for her burst. Okay, we're going to do Grace of Procyon, True Luminous Innervation, and Judgment of Beetlejuice. Okay, and we're going to have Kaito. Oh, sorry. Kaito is going to go back to normal, where he's going to do Torrential Downpour for the killers. Pure Liquid Infusion for a couple of reasons. For one, it gives him an LB damage buff. 2, it gives him a mod buff. 3, it converts water damage to healing, which is very important for Elena because she does not have water resistance in her Brave Shift form. She only has dark resistance in her Brave Shift form. So we want to make sure the water magic attack heals her instead of kills her. Alright, it also adds water to the party, but that's okay. We don't mind that. Swelling Current for the 45% amp for Elena. Okay, so I'm going to do Kaito first. Right, he's the first person to go. Taivas is going to do Enlightka, Elemental Burst, Light, Medine's Sverd, and then end with Lice Scare, which does a one-hit finisher. It's a 900 times mod evocation damage. Alright, so it's actually quite strong. 2B is going to come back to normal. Alright, she's going to do True Charge Volt now, which removes the water imbue. And then Supreme Support for the 150 amp and RO40 blade. A2 is now going to do Inorganic, which again removes the water imbue. Alright, 150 amp finisher. Okay. Alright, Melissa is going to come in here and do Beast Killer on Taivas so that he's good to go for next turn. We'll do, and then we'll just do Curaga. This is mainly for Melissa because Elena's going to heal up anyways. All right, and then we'll do a Darkja, Bardarkja. Just double checking myself. That should be good. Yep. All right, let's do our attack and mag buff. We're going to hopefully do another, like, 5 or 6% off the boss's health here. Yeah, there you go. You see that Lice Scare does a pretty good amount of damage. Alright, it's a pretty decent little finisher. Alright, so the water damage converted to heals, dark damage is resisted. Perfect. Alright, so now we're ready for our burst, Moment of Truth, right? Okay, we got Hateful Blade. Kaito comes back to normal to do his LB. Elena does her LB. 2B does her LB, and Taivas does Ultimate Blink. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do all of our buffs, our 400% buffs. Alright. Now I'll go ahead and say, I'll say it again. Chances of me actually hitting the damage cap on this clear, 40% chance. Alright. But it's better than nothing. Hopefully I do hit it, so you actually get to see what that looks like. And then, let's see, I'll just do a Curaga. All right, and that's for Melissa. Okay, yeah, so I'll go ahead and do all of that. So 2B starts so that everybody, so that A2 and Kaito can take advantage of the 35% Katana Imperil. We'll do 2B, A2, Kaito, because they all do Extreme Nova, and then wait like a fraction of a second, tap Elena, because she does triple bolting strike, and then wait for the chain to ramp, and then send Taivas. If everybody fits in the chain, then we should have 117 hits in the chain. All right, so hopefully I get it right. Let's see how we do. Ooh, that looked like a good one. Oh, yes. 5.2. All right. We had a high roll on that one. Well done, boys and girls, I should say. All right. So, now we can come back. Now, pretty much, we just want to hit the 50% threshold as soon as possible. Okay. We might even hit it on this turn right here because we're pretty close. You'll either hit it. So in my experience, you'll either hit the 50% threshold on this turn or the next turn. Doesn't really matter which turn you do it. Okay. You just want to try and hit it as quickly as possible. Okay. Kaito's got Aqueous Infusion up, so we're going to use that. We're going to do. Do we need to re-up our killers? No, we still have our 200% fairy killer, so I'm going to re-up Sun Glitter, and then I'm going to do Deadly Stream. Okay. All right, Taivas is just going to do Triple Medine Blast, and we're strong as hell for the mod boost to his own LB. Okay, Elena is just going to basically go back to doing what she did on turn 1, Celestial Guard, Sanctuary, and we'll just do Shelga again. Okay. Melissa is going to use her SLB on herself. Okay. Actually, let's do Kiraga for Melissa. I don't like her being quite so low. It's not a problem if Melissa dies. She'll just, she'll re-raise herself, but, if you can help it. All right, so from here on out, anytime her SLB is ready, use it on herself so that we can use that that mod boost to 2B every time. All right. I'm going to do attack and mag buffs. All right, so we'll go ahead and send Kaito. All right, and we'll just send all these guys. Okay, yep. And that's perfectly fine that we hit it on this turn. Not a problem at all. All right, Kaito is now going to, because the buffs that it puts up at the threshold are undispellable. So we use Kaito to do Unpredictable. We use Undulating to increase the duration of all the breaks. And then we will do, actually, how long are the breaks? Can I get away with doing that next turn? Yeah, perfect. Okay. All right, so I'm actually going to do... we're definitely going to do Unpredictable. We're going to do Sun Glitter. Oh, no. Got to hit the boss. See, this is where I get myself in trouble. Unpredictable. Let's do Natural Flux to re-up the 90% Spirit Break. And then Torrential Downpour for the killers. Okay, so at this point, Kaito just needs to make sure he's sealing the boss every turn. That is like his main job. Okay, again, we're going to do Triple Finisher. 2B's going to come back. And we're basically just entering a standard 4-turn rotation that revolves around 2B's, standard 4-turn rotation at this point. Okay, so we'll do his normal LB, normal form LB here. All right, we're going to do Enchanted Beast on 2B. We're going to do... we'll do Minutes of Might. And... think shared immunity. Do we need to re-up our immunities? Yep, we do. Okay. Elena, on this turn, how close is she on her LB? She's pretty close. So we'll do her cover, of course. And then, yeah, we'll do with this power. And we'll do like a Pollux Blade, I think, just to do some LB fill. I think that should be good. Actually, maybe we'll do double bar Blizage. I think that's what I'll do. Bar Blizage, just one, and I'll wait for 2B to go so that we can help fill up her LB a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna send Kaito and Melissa. Go ahead and do them first. All right, attack and mag buffs. All right, and then we will send actually, should I go ahead and shift? No, I did the mod boost to this one. It's fine. I'll stick with it. Okay, here we go. All right, and then Elena can go. So the boss's AI below 50% is, you know, very simple. Okay, so, and every time it puts up its buffs, at this point, they are dispellable now. So we can use Crashing Wave. Let's see, we've done our killers, right?
Yep.
Okay. It's time to use Undulating Waves to increase the duration of all the breaks. And then we just have to hit the boss. So we'll do Deep Submersion. Okay. 2B will use Taivas' Spirit. A2 will do her SLB. Taivas is going to Brave Shift now. Alright, he's going to do Enlightka, Fill LB, and then we'll do No One Stands Against Us and Medine's Impetus. Yeah? Alright, Elena. She'll just do... How are we doing on everybody here? Let's do some healing, yeah? And then a Bar Blizage again to fill up 2B. Go ahead and send all these guys. Alright, we'll do a Beast Killer on Taivas. Do we need to re-up our Parasol Shield? Probably. Oh, we still got a turn, one turn on that, so we can theoretically wait till next turn to do that. Alright, Beast Killer on Taivas. Do another Curaga. I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and do Parasol Shield just to make sure it's up and ready. Okay, and I think that should be good. And that should have everybody filled up for next turn. We're going to go ahead and do some HP and MP fill here. Alright, and we are keeping Elena in normal form from here on out. We're never going to go back to her Brave Shift form because it doesn't have any of the resistances, and we want to make sure she survives, you know, all those turns with the elemental damage. All right, so now we can just do another burst. Okay, Melissa will come down and do Beast Killer on 2B, Seconds of Support on 2B, and we'll do Shared Immunity to make sure we're good there. Elena does her normal LB. Let's go ahead and do our Defense and Spirit, and Attack and Mag buffs. Taivas does his LB. Okay, and we should be good to go. All right. Yep, let's do it. Just make sure he doesn't have, okay, good. Yep, so he's still imbued with water. God, I'm always freaking out about that. All right, here we go. There you go, nice little chunk. Which means we should be well on our way. Yeah. Yep, and that's okay if Melissa dies there, no problem. I probably should have given her a form of guts, actually. That would have been good to do. Okay. Although I do need to reduce her. That's all right. I'll get a chance to do that again. It's not a problem. Okay, so we're gonna do. We'll just do Benediction. We'll do True Luminous. And Shelga. All right, we'll do Beast Killers on 2. Oh no, not 2B. We'll do it on Taivas. And actually, yeah, Beast Killer on Taivas because he'll use his ultimate blink next turn. Do Bardarkja. And let's go ahead and make sure. I just want to make sure she has re-raise on herself. Okay. Do True Charge, double RO 40, Inorganic, double Finisher. Kaito is going to do, alright, we've got one turn left on that. We'll do Sun Glitter. We'll re-up our killers. And we'll do Deadly Stream. Alright, Taivas can just do Enlightka, double Medine, and Elice Scare. Okay, I'm just double checking myself. But, I think that's good. What was I doing with Elena? Cover. Oh yeah, re-imbuing with light. And Shelga, I think, right? Okay, should be good. What was I doing with Kaito again? Sorry. Torrential Downpour, Deadly Stream, Sun Glitter. Okay. And I'll go ahead and just send him. Alright, and here we go. All right, now Yeah, the timing on that was a little awkward because he doesn't have crashing waves up yet. But Elena has a perfect dispel. Boss is going to do the water damage though on this turn. You know what I can do? Alright, here's what we're going to do. Alright, we're going to shift Elena. Alright, we're going to use Grace of Procyon because it does Perfect Dispel. Grace of Procyon, and then we'll do we'll do Pollux Blade and Judgment of Beetlejuice, I guess. Okay. Tubi is going to come back. We'll do Triple Finisher again. Taivas is going to do Ultimate Blink. Do Beast Killer on 2B. Re-up our immunities. And we'll do Kiraga. Actually, I should do Bar Dark, shouldn't I? What's Elena's? Ah, she's good. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is after everybody's gone, I'll then do Kaito's Water Imbue. Okay, Swelling Current. And we just got to make sure we hit the boss. So Cascading Slash. Okay. And that should work just fine. Alright, I think that should work. Yeah, because it doesn't matter if we're imbued next turn, like it honestly doesn't care, like, because it's only a 2-turn imbue, so we just wait and save Kaito for the end there, and that should be fine. Okay, I think we're good. Yep. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to tap Elena first to dispel the buffs, then send Tubi in A2, and then obviously finish with Ultimate Blink on Taivas. Alright, and this should hopefully do a decent little chunk. We'll find out. Nice. Alright, and now Kaito can go. Alright. And that'll heal up Elena, which is nice. Perfect. Okay, so Melissa needs to use her SLB on herself. Alright, so that way we have access to Seconds of Support next turn for 2B. 2B will do Taivas' Spirit. Kaito is going to come back to normal. Alright, he's going to do... you re-up our killers. Good on that. Good on our breaks. So let's check that real quick. Alright, so our breaks are about to go away, huh? Oh no, the spirit... Yeah, the defense and spirit breaks are still there for 2 turns. That's good. So what I will do is Sun Glitter just to make sure that's up. Aqueous Infusion to make sure he is fully water imbued. Okay. And then we'll re-up our killers. We don't have to worry about the water imbue because we have A2 should be water imbued. Yep, adds water element, and she's going to do her SLB. So that's going to hit the boss with light and water. Perfect. All right, Taivas is going to do Enlightka again, just to make sure everyone's imbued. We'll do Medine Blast, Battle Master's Field for the LB field, because now our Crystal Echo is gone, and then Strong as Hell for the mod boost to his LB, which we're going to use next turn. Okay. Alright, yeah, we're going to bring her back. Okay. We can actually do... Yeah, we can do Celestial Guard, Sanctuary. And Kiraga, maybe? Does that make sense? Okay, I hope that makes sense that I'm doing that. Okay. I thought she might have covered that single target attack, but the good thing is it didn't kill Melissa anyway, so Melissa's bulky enough she can take it. Alright, so now we're going to do Beast Killer on 2B, Seconds of Support on 2B, and Parasol Shield. Okay, Kaito does his LB. Alright, 2B will get hers filled up, don't worry. Taivas. Ah, Taivas doesn't have his LB filled, does he? Alright, well. Alright, I'm not going to worry about it. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and shift him then. And we're just going to do triple Medine and Lice Scare. Okay, and this should still do a pretty good, reasonable chunk of damage to the boss here. Let's see how we do. Nice. Alright, so we should be killing this thing, if not next turn, the turn after. Alright, and now Kaito has Crashing Waves back, which is perfect, because we can dispel those buffs. We'll do... we'll just do Natural Flux and Deadly Stream. Okay, never mind, we're just going to do the triple Medine and Lice Scare again. Okay, triple finisher. Alright, we can do Beast Killer on A2, because it doesn't do anything to Taivas to give him Beast Killer now, because he's just using evocation damage at this point. And then Elena will just do cover with this power, and we'll do a Kiraga. Wait, what did I do with... I totally forgot what I did with Melissa already. Chained Beast on A2. Let's do Chronic Flow and Shared Immunity. Okay, yeah, we're still good on all those. Do our attacking mag buffs. We'll restore some HP and MP in case we do get a chance to use Taivas's ultimate blink again, which we may or may not. We'll just see. Alright. This probably won't kill the boss on this turn, but that's fine. We'll kill it next turn, no problem. Yeah, pretty close, but no worries. Alright, so now it's starting this thing where it, once you go past turn 15, it starts to do a lot of morale fill, and it does a big attack and mag buff every turn. The attack and mag buff is whatever, it honestly doesn't mean anything, but you definitely want to make sure on this turn that you are, from here on out, you know, if it takes you longer than this, that you're generating, you know, as much morale as you possibly can on this turn to make sure that you don't lose on the morale, on the morale score. So I'm going to do Benediction. I'm actually going to do double Benediction because each one of those does morale fill. 300, and then so does the Shining Provocation if you wanted to, but I don't want it to provoke. So I'm just going to do triple Benediction for morale fill. Alright, Melissa is going to do Beast Killer on 2B, Minutes of Might, and then just again more morale fill. We'll do Dragon Killer on him for morale fill there. Alright, we're going to make sure that all that morale that boss generated is gone. Alright, so from here, yeah, I mean, this is pretty much going to finish the fight. Just double check my killers. We got to re-up killers, don't we? Yep, so we'll do Torrential Downpour, Deadly Stream, Natural Flux. Taivas can, yeah, he can do his LB. Why not? Alright, we'll do Defense and Spirit. Attack and mag. Just double checking. Actually, we probably shouldn't do his LB since we don't have the mod boost to it. I think it's actually stronger to just keep doing the Medine Sferb with the Lice Scare. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, we'll go ahead and just send Kaito. And yep, let's do it. This should end the boss without issue. There we go. And there you go. Rank 1 against Inugami in 16 turns. No Chow, no Aya, no Abigail. Alright, let's see who the winners are in the damage score. The damage breakdown here. Okay, there you go. Perfect score, rank 1. Yeah, you see Elena doing like nothing. 2B far and away doing the majority of the damage in this fight. Like 2B is just amazing. Now when it comes to the burst turn, so you know, I did some damage tests, of course, and Taivas and 2B are pretty neck and neck on the burst turn. More often than not, 2B is actually beating Taivas slightly by like 100 million. But yeah, it all depends on the variance, right? So Taivas and 2B are sort of the deciding factors in whether or not you're going to hit that damage cap on the burst turn. So if they both roll high, good chance you're going to hit the damage cap. If one decides to roll low, well, start it over, go back and do it again, you know? Alright, don't have to farm anymore, which is nice. Alright, so let's take a look at the team. I'm going to turn on the Party Elemental Resist mod, just so you see what it looks like with that turned on. Okay. So, Melissa, Basically just a lot of bulk gear. Try and bulk up her HP and spirit as much as you can. You know, that way those single target magic attacks don't hurt her too much. Okay. You could give her, I probably should have given her like Chocobo Feather or something to give her another form of guts. You can certainly do that. Perfect Provocation is there so that she's a passive provoke unit. Mystic Tenacity is really nice because it does that 25% Reaper mitigation, also 25% Beast, but we already have 55% from Melissa herself. So that's a really nice material. You get that from the drop shop. And then Power Cut. Everyone should have this now because we just had the dye event and they gave it away for free. So definitely slap that on her for extra HP. It's really great for bulking up your support units. And for tanks, really. All right. Elena in her normal form just needs to have 300%. She actually doesn't need 300% water resist. Well, I should say 400% water resist, because then when you take the 100 off the top, that makes it 300. She actually doesn't need that because Melissa provides a 70% water buff with her shared immunity skill, so that can actually be as low as 230. But yeah, I went ahead and did 300 just so it's I don't have to worry about it. You only need to make sure you have 200% total, 100% after the modifiers turned on the dark resist, because both Elena and Melissa are providing a 200% dark buff, so that element's easy enough to cover. You notice I do have the Celestite Cuirass of Will. It's not necessary, but it does, if you do the Swordsman's upgrade, it does do 60% water resistance, which is quite helpful in building her for water resistance. Anti-Malice, I know is that one might be a bit controversial because it is a limited piece of gear, but it's just for water resist and the paralyze and confusion resistance. All right, that's all that's there for. Everything else is basically there for water resistance. Okay. She also has the Mystic Tenacity. I bought 2 of those straight up because that's a fantastic material. And then her own vision card, right? In her Brave Shift form, want to make sure she's built, again, for significant dark resistance. That's important. The water resistance, we don't care about. Okay. And then, yeah, just as high spirit. Try and give her as many killers as I could. So she's got 300 Beast and Fairy, but only 150 Reaper. Reaper's a bit hard to build for her. Okay. And that's it. All right, A2 is wielding the Dark Vision's Katana. That is her best in slot. And then just high attack gear. Nomad's Necklace is great because it has 50% Reaper Killer on it. And that's from Sky. Crystal Diadem, that's from Rick's story event. And it's nice because it has 50% Fairy Killer on it. And then, yeah, just trying to round out her killers here with all these different materials. I think she is good on every, yeah, she's capped on everything, 300 Reaper, Fairy, and Beast, which is nice. She's got a lot of Beast Killer in her kit, which is really nice. And I gave her Ibarra's card so that I didn't have to worry about Chain Cat boost anywhere else, because Ibarra's card gives her that Chain Cat boost, and it's a nice 170 attack card. If you don't have this, you know, obviously slot in your best attack card and make sure you give her a form of Chain Cat boost. Okay. Taivas in his normal form, Prophet's Diadem is a must. If you're using Taivas or Genesis for their Meteor skill, you must get that. You must get the Prophet's Diadem with the upgrade, because that greatly improves their damage because it buffs up their MP tremendously. So yeah, without that piece of gear, your Taivas is not going to do nearly as much damage as you're seeing here. Otherwise, just high attack mag. Venus Summer Jacket is nice because it does, it'll show you, 50% Fairy Killer on it, and it's a high mag accessory. Mystic Acuity, this is the killer from the current Clash of Wills. It does 50% Beast and Reaper, which is nice. Otherwise, just jacking up his MP as much as possible. He's got the Moonlit Parade of 1, which also gives him, also automatically gives him Chain Cat boost, I believe. Isn't that right? Don't these do? Yeah. So you could actually turn that Magister's ring into an Emperor's ring if you want a little extra flat stats. I didn't bother with it, but you can. In his Brave Shift form, again, just we're going high attack for his Brave Shifted LB. And I also gave him a lot of MP restore so that by the time he's done in his trance, he should have full MP by the time he goes back to normal form so that he can drop his ultimate blink again. If you want to, you can also add some Esper stats for when he does his Esper, but he naturally comes with like a ton of Esper damage, so you could round out that extra 30% if you wanted to, but not really necessary. And he is capped on all killers. Being a premium unit, he's very easy to cap on all those killers. And then, yeah, full LB damage, of course. All right. Kaito in his normal form, Empress's Rod for the turn 1 morale fill, Treasure Memorial Ring, same deal. Otherwise, we don't really care about his normal form. In his Brave Shift form, just tried to build him for killers as much as possible. So like, I know this is a limited piece of gear, but if you have it, it's really great because it's got 50% Fairy and Reaper killer on it. Kingly Raiment is 50% Reaper on it. Spirit Tiger Mask is 75% Beast Killer, but only if you have a large sword or a katana. But everybody on the party has it. Has either a large sword or a katana, so that works. Crystal Gloves for LB damage, and then, yeah, just rounding out his killers as much as possible. Alright, he is maxed on all killers and LB damage, which is really nice. And then I gave him the Bunny Bosom Buddies. That way he has the chain cap boost. If you don't have this vision card, just use your best vision card and then make sure you give him like Indestructible Light or something with chain cap boost in it. Okay. And 2B. All right. So 2B, she is our, number 1/2 damage dealer on the party. So she gets all the best gear, her own TMR, and then just rounding out her killers. I know this is a limited one, but if you have it, this is fantastic because it does 75% to all the killers, Beast, Fairy, and Reaper. Fantastic. That comes from Flammy, which is from the Legend of Mana. Hopefully you were around. They did a rerun of that not too long ago, so hopefully you picked up one of those. And yeah, then I gave her this card, which comes from an EX3 Elena. If you don't have it, again, just using the strongest vision card that you have. But I will say the restrictions on this one are pretty tight if you want to hit that damage cap. So she is overcapped on Beast Killer because she's got Ifrit, and then she's got 275 Fairy, 275 Reaper, 300 LB damage, good to go. In her Brave Shift form, I give her Moonshade Earrings so that she doesn't get paralyzed on turn 1. That way you just get a little extra morale fill, because if she gets paralyzed on turn 1, she won't do the auto casting on the morale fill from all her gear. And then, yeah, Taivas' Spirit is important, and then just trying to fit in as much killers as you can. Okay, so she's maxed out again on Beast, but only 200 Fairy, 200 Reaper. That's fine. It's not a big deal. You need the Taivas' Spirit in there. All right, and that's it. That's how we got it done. Hopefully this was helpful to you guys. This is the only rank 1 clear I'm going to be doing for this current Clash of Wills because I simply don't have the units to do anything else. But yeah, this is one way that you can get it done. I had a request for like a budget level 99 no mods clear, so I will try working on that maybe later today or maybe tomorrow. We'll see. All right, but thank you guys so much for following me, and I will see you on the other side.